All right. Praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my elders, my Akim, and the Sakari. Right. Today I'm getting to the murder of uh, of a brother who is near where I stay, about 20 minutes away in Akron, Ohio. Right. And this is a big thing for me because police brutality is one of the reasons why I came into the truth, recognizing that, you know, it wasn't okay. Me being a victim of it, sharing the quick story with you. In high school, uh, I was a knucklehead. I was a knucklehead. Well, what kid wasn't? You know what I mean? I was a knucklehead, and this punk ass Elamite, he basically told me to get out of the classroom because of my hoodie the previous day. It was cold. You know, we should be able to wear hoodies in school, but it's besides the point, right? But anyway, I ended up getting suspended for not leaving the premises that day. But the very next day, I didn't give a damn. I went to school anyway. You know, I was constantly working out. I was always in a gym, just so I can, prepare myself for college. You know, when I was trying to play football in college. This particular day, the security guard who knew that I was suspended ended up seeing me and basically told me to leave the premises. I didn't want to leave the premises, so I hid in a classroom with one of my friends. They helped hide me out in the classroom. Little did I know they ended up calling the police, which were already in the building because of all of the gang violence that was going on in the neighborhood. So police are looking for me every damn where. They're all in the hallways. You know, people telling me like, yeah, they looking for you, whatever. So I just got tired of it. I left the classroom, and I told my mom to come pick me up. I'm literally at the door, leaving the school, and a security guard who I've known for a long time. I'm talking about since I was a ninth grader, at a different school. Me and him was really cool. You know, he knew what I was doing out in the streets. He understood that, right? He ended up telling me to go to the auditorium. I ended up telling him I gotta leave. My mom's outside. He like, man, just go to the auditorium. I was gonna leave out of the door, but I look behind me and I see like 7 officers marching up towards my direction. So I was like, oh well, fuck it. I'm gonna just go to the auditorium. So my mom calling me. My mom's impatient. I'm on the phone with my mom. I go into the auditorium. Now I don't know what's going on, but I see a bunch of 9th and 10th graders in the school. I mean, in the auditorium. So as I'm on the phone with my mom, I'm walking, towards the exit in the back of the auditorium so I can just leave out of the school. But before I can even make it there, I was like maybe 10 feet away from the entrance where I came into. I felt a hand come up, grab me by the shoulder and grab my arm. And I looked back. It was a police officer. He was a white guy. He was like probably 2 more inches shorter than what I was. So when I snatched away from him, like, what are you doing? Once I did that, all the police officers stood up. Mind you, I don't know what's going on, but when I look back, it was just a bunch of police officers in this auditorium. So I snatched away from all of them, got up, and started running over to the officer, right? And the officer told me to put my hands behind my back. I'm like, well, I ain't do nothing. You know what I mean? Before I can say, my piece of what's going on, I feel somebody punch me in the back of the head, right? And they commenced to jumping me. The police officers were literally jumping me in school, in front of 9th and 10th graders. So I'm fighting back. I'm throwing blows, all that. Long story short, my mom ends up coming into the auditorium because she hears everything that's going on. Because mind you, I'm still on the phone, right? So she comes into school and she sees them jumping me. My grandmother was also with them. She sees them jumping me, right? They get me up. I was beaten. I looked bad. I looked terrible. I had a gash on my face. I was bleeding. You know, that thing happened right in front, right in front of my mom and my loved ones, right? So as I'm leaving, one of the white officers said, "Oh, I wanted to pull out my taser and shoot you, right?" And it's just so crazy because from what it sounded like to me, it sounded like he wanted to kill me. He wanted to shoot me. Not with no damn taser. He really wanted to murder me inside that school. Had we been outside or something, I'm willing to bet he would have killed me. But yeah, I was charged with various charges, like overcharged me. They overcharged me like hell. But luckily the camera was rolling inside the auditorium and the judge saw what happened. And she basically dismissed all my charges because they falsely accused me of things. Long story short, when I go back to school though, everybody's like, telling me what was going on, right? They ended up telling me it was a gang intervention where they were trying to deter young students from being in a gang. But lo and behold, these these pigs, they jumped me like that's gang activity. That's what you do when you're in a gang. You did that in front of 9th and 10th graders trying to show them an example, of not how to be in a gang, but you showed them exactly what gangs do. Right? Look, yeah, just a little quick story, but this is a tragedy that happens all too often, especially in the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American communities, of these pigs murdering our brothers and sisters unjustly without cause, right? I'm going to a quick video of a fellow brother, Northeast Ohio brother, right? I'm going to see what happened to him. See what happened to this brother.
Find inspiration using Kayak Explorer to see everywhere you can fly on your budget. Kayak, search one and done.
Dang. Sesame sauced and ready to saute. A sizzling twist on broccoli.
And good evening. Thanks for being with us.
Tonight calls for answers in Akron after the chase and fatal police shooting of Jayland Walker. We have team coverage for you tonight. Amani Abraham is standing by where a group of protesters gathered earlier today to support Jayland Walker.
But first, 3 News investigates Marissa Sines sat down for an emotional, exclusive interview with Walker's family. Marissa, good evening.
Russ, good evening to you. As we can all imagine, this has been a heartbreaking, emotional week for the Walker family. But in the end, they have just one question.
Why? A sometimes simple, yet often complex question, especially for a heartbroken mother and sister. The answers they seek increasingly elusive.
I love you, Mom. After every text. I love you, Jayland. After every text.
Why won't he light up Sunday dinners with pranks of laughter? Why this carefree spirit is now silenced?
Why did this happen and in such a manner? Such a terrible, terrible way.
They want to know why.
Real quick, she's asking, why does this happen? Right? Why is this happening? It's because the wicked, they love violence, man. The wicked love violence. Let me get that real quick. Psalms 11:5. Let's see. It says, Yahweh trieth the righteous, but the wicked man and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. So the Most High God hates these goddamn Edomites. right? He hates these police officers who's supposed to police, but they're not policing, they're murderers, right? Verse 6, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, right? Because the Most High is going to destroy them for the deaths of all of our brothers and sisters, right? That die in this wicked kingdom known as Babylon, which is America, right? And a horrible tempest, this shall be the portion of their cup, right? So they got to drink their cup to the dregs, man. To the dregs. They got to pay. They got to pay for what they have done to the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, right? They can't lie anymore. They said this man had a gun. It was no gun found. Well, let me get that. This is Psalms chapter 12, verse 2. They speak vanity, every one with his neighbor, with flattering lips and with a double heart. Do they speak? Right? And one breath he should have been, running. He should have been running. But yet they're at Black Lives Matters rallies. Right? Double-hearted. Right? Verse 4. Who have said with our tongue who have said with our tongue will we prevail? Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? Right? They're very proudful people. They say these things. Who going to stop us from calling you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans wetbacks, niggers, right? Savages, right? Verse 5, for the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith Yahweh, right? So Yahweh is going to destroy those people, man. He's going to destroy them, right? I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. So the Most High God is going to destroy those people. And if you look at on Instagram and Facebook about this tragedy, you see a lot of white people speaking very proudly about the death of this brother, man. Oh, he should have never been running. Oh, he should have did this. He should abide by the law, right? But a goddamn psychopath runs into a damn grocery store and kills multiple so-called black people, man. But he walks away with his life. But this brother couldn't. They were so frightened. They was in fear for their life, but they wasn't in fear for their life when that maniac went inside that school, that grocery store, and killed our brothers and sisters. It's insane, man. I'm gonna jump down to verse 8. The wicked walk on every side, when the vilest men are exalted. The vilest men are exalted. Joe Biden, Donald Trump. These so-called white men who are in power and authority, right? They are vile. They are vile. Even the lowest baseman, the Edomite, typical neighborhood guy, right? White guy. He's even vile. Wicked as hell. But it's a time for our people to separate. We have to separate from these people, right? And the sister said it. Let me get this real quick. Lamentations 3:52. It says, my enemies chase me sore, like a bird without cause, right? Our enemies chase us, just like they chased this man. They chased this brother, man, for no damn reason but to kill him. Right? Verse 53. They have cut off my life in the dungeon and cast a stone upon me. Right? They cut this brother's life short. All because the skin of the color of his skin. And really, it's because of their hatred towards us. Their forefather swore to kill us. He swore to kill us, man. Let me see this. Slovakia. Let's see if I can find this. So, yeah, here it is. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing. They hate us because of the blessing, man. We're the greatest people on the face of this earth. We can do any and everything better than them. We're superior in them in any and everything. We're smarter than them. We develop faster than them as babies. They know this and they hate that. They hate the fact that you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans can make something out of nothing. Right? But when they came over here to America, they was dying off in mass numbers until the so-called Native American help they funky self out, right? They could do nothing without us. They could do nothing, but we were self-sufficient. We had our own government. We had everything, right? But we wanted to love our enemies, man. And that's a big problem. It was a big problem then, and it's definitely a big problem now, right? Let me keep going, though. Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob, right? So when you go into the story about, Jacob and Esau, Esau never got the chance to kill, slay his brother Jacob. But his children did. His children did. Through the Spirit. Right? His children did. Let me see if I can find that scripture real quick. Let's see if I can find this. Slovakia. Here it is. Joel 3:19. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they had shed innocent blood in their land. Right? They shed blood, and we were innocent, man. They shed our blood and we were innocent. And they get away with it, man. They get away with it all too often. Right? This is Zechariah 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be blessed be the Lord, or Jesus, sweet white Jesus, right? For I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not, right? So they slay us and hold themselves not guilty. And I guarantee in the next couple days, maybe even today, there's going to be a Christian pastor that's going to say, we should still love these people. We should still honor and revere these people. We should fear these people. That's why it says their own shepherds pity them not. Our own people are supporting this bull stuff, man. And they gotta go. 2/3 got to go. They have to go. Right? They have to. Because they're not telling us they're not telling our people the truth. Right? We're supposed to be looking at things like this and examining them correctly. We can't trust these people. What's that? Psalms 25. and 19. It says, consider my enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with a cruel hatred. They hate us with a cruel hatred, man. They hate us with a cruel hatred. To shoot over 90 times and hit that brother 60 times? 60 bullets? 60 bullets, bro. Right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. Let me go back to the video.
Why Akron police opened fire, striking down the
Jayland went to Oakdale High and aspired to one day run his own company. He was a delivery driver. He loved to travel. A speeding ticket, his only encounter with police. His shimmering life dimmed by the recent death of his fiancée in a car crash.
Definitely not his destiny. Not.
Now left to mourn again, emotions running in their minds and heart. They want peace now, and that one answer they may never fully understand.
Salakia. And you notice they're in the Christian church, man. Their own shepherds pity them not. They're not going to tell these sisters the truth about why we should hate these people. They're not. Because it's going to mess up their money. It's going to mess up their tithes. Right? Let me get that. Psalms 10, real quick. Psalms 10 and 2. It says, the wicked in his pride doth prosecute the poor. That's what he did. They prosecute the poor, right? Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So basically destroy these people, man. Let them be taken in their own devices. Let these damn demons be chased down and haunted like they do us, right? Verse 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire and blesseth the covetous, whom Yahweh abhorreth, right? Matter of fact, let me get that in NLT. Verse 2, it says, the wicked arrogantly hunt down the poor. Let them be caught in the evil they plan for others. Look at that, man. Let them be destroyed for the wicked that they plan for others, right? Verse 3, for they brag about their evil desires. Because I bet you when they got back to the precinct, they were giving each other's high fives. They were giving each other's pats on the backs, right? Verse 3, continuing. They praise the greedy and curse the Lord. The wicked are too proud to seek God. They seem to think God is dead, yet they succeed in everything they do. They do not see your punishment awaiting them. They sneer at all their enemies. They think nothing bad would ever happen to us. That's the white man. That's the white man. We can do any and everything to these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and nothing will happen to us. We can tell these people that this white guy is going to come down from the sky and save them and love them forever. But they're not going to be held accountable. That's what these people think. We will be free of trouble forever. Their mouths are full of cursing, lies, and threats. This is describing the so-called white man, man. Full of lies. And when you look at the video, the damn demon said he shot a shot came from his car. How many times have we heard of that? Yet there is no gun to be found. It's ridiculous, bro. Trouble and evil are on the tips of their tongues. They lurk and ambush in the villages. They ambushed and they were lurking and ambushed this brother and killed him, right? Waiting to murder innocent people. Because as you just said, the brother didn't have any criminal record. That was his first time ever encountering these police officers. Period. Right? They are always searching for helpless victims. Like lions crouching and hiding, they wait to pounce on the helpless. Like hunters, they capture the helpless and drag them away in nets. That's what they do. They hunt us. They crouch like lions, man. They hunt us and drag us away into these prisons. That's what those nets are, these damn prisons. Plant false drugs on us, right? Overcharges like they try to do with me, right? They want us. They want to see us in these damn jails, man, because they hate us. Verse 10, their helpless victims are crushed. They fall beneath the strength of the wicked, right? We fall beneath the strength of these wicked people because this whole kingdom is wicked. We can't get no damn justice. We can't get no damn peace because they are the wicked that's ruling the world. Esau is the beginning. Esau is the border of wickedness, man. Right? Verse 10, their helpless victims are crushed. They fall beneath the strength of the wicked. The wicked think God isn't watching us. He has closed his eyes and won't even see what we do. Arise, O Yahweh, punish the wicked, O God. Do not ignore the helpless. Why do the wicked get away with despising God? They think God will never call us to account, right? That's what these heathens think, man. That's what these goddamn Edomites think. They don't hold themselves accountable, but Yahweh of hosts, the most high God, Yahweh, right? The only true living God is going to hold them accountable. And they will pay for their actions. Every last drop of so-called black and Hispanic blood that drops on this soil, they will pay for it. Right? It says, do not ignore the helpless. Why do the wicked get away with despising God? They think God will never call us to account. But you see the trouble and grief they cause. Do you see that? You see those sisters crying in that church, right? You take note of it and punish them. The helpless put their trust in you. You defend the orphans. Break the arms of all the wicked, evil people. Go after them until the last one is destroyed, right? The Lord is king forever and ever. And the godless nation will vanish from the land, right? Because they're going to vanish from the land because there will be no more people. That's how you know this is talking about the so-called white man. Because after their 1,000 years of slavery, they will be destroyed, right? There will be no more people. Verse 17, you know the hopes of the helpless. Surely you will hear their cries and comfort them. You will bring justice to the orphans and the oppressed. So mere people can no longer terrify them, right? That's what the Most High God is giving to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's the rest that we need. That's why we need to be saved. We need to be saved from these wicked, cruel, oppressive people, right? That's what we need. Everybody talk in the Christian church talk about salvation. Salvation. They don't know what the hell salvation is, man. Salvation is being saved from your enemies. That's what that is, right? This is Isaiah chapter 61 in NLT, verse 1. The Spirit of the sovereign Lord is upon me, for the Lord has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to comfort the brokenhearted, because we are the brokenhearted, right? And to proclaim captives and to proclaim that captives will be released and prisoners will be freed. He has sent me to tell those who mourn that the time of the Lord's favor has come, and with it, the day of God's anger against their enemies. To all whom mourn in Israel, He will give a crown of beauty for ashes, a joyous blessing instead of mourning, festive praise instead of despair. And their righteousness there will be like great oaks that Yahweh has planted for his own glory. Right? That's what this is what salvation is. Giving us rest, giving us that rest that we need, right? From our enemies, to be free from our enemies, right? To be saved from our enemies, right? But with that, this is only, I'm gonna have a few parts of this. I'm gonna make it into a series about police brutality. This is only volume 1, right? But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai. Shalom.